So this bag has sat in my collection for months. It has been used periodically, and now I've used it more, it deserved better. Hello, and the warmest of welcomes to today's video. For those of you who haven't seen my face before, hi, I'm Nick, fab to have you here. Those who have seen my face before, thank you so much for joining me again. I hope you enjoy my videos. I put out videos roughly 3 times a week on a range of different topics, anywhere from fashion to slightly more personal topics. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then please do head down, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. I love chatting with you all. I'm all about living life loud, and what that means to me is being your authentic self, being proud to be you, and just celebrating who you are. Celebrating yourself, and of course, celebrating others. So, for those of you who have followed me on Instagram, etc., you probably know I've recently been away. I went to Latvia for a couple of days for the Easter break. I had a lovely time. I really enjoyed it. Dependent on when this video goes out, I might have already put out part 1 of my spend the week with me, and there will be a part 2 because the part of the week I'm filming this. Okay, so there will be a part 2 that comes after, but we've got more exciting things in the days to come that I'll be taking you to. So I had to pack light. I was doing hand baggage only. I was going away for 4 nights. You all know I like to rotate my wardrobe. I did not have access to the main bulk of my wardrobe. I could only take 1 coat. I could only take a couple of pairs of jeans. I took 2 pairs of shoes. I was struggling, okay? And I still wanted to look chic, okay? I like to look my best. Even when I'm traveling, I like to look nice at the airport. I just like to make an effort. You all know this about me, okay? I like to just feel pulled together. I'm someone who's either very dressed up or I'm in pajamas. There's not really much middle ground with me. So yeah, anyway, I had to pack light and I could only take a limited number of bags. And because I was hand baggage only, I had to take stuff that folded or that was very easy to move and felt practical, lightweight. The baggage allowance also had a weight limit, so I didn't want to be taking that up with a big heavy leather bag like my Mock Croc Bayswater or something along those lines. So I just needed something that was practical, easy, you know, maneuverable, all of that really good stuff. I took my Le Pliage backpack in the cloud blue. I used that once. That bag deserves better from me, but I just can't bring myself to use it. Even when I took it and I only had 2 bags, I still only used it for like an evening. It just deserves better. But anyway, that's not the bag that we're here to talk about. I decided to use my Longchamp Le Pliage Neo in the colour Nordic as my bag. And I didn't take the shoulder strap. I just decided that I was going to use it as a top handle bag exclusively. I freaking loved it. This bag is fabulous. You all know how much I love the Le Pliage style, okay? I have so many variations of the Le Pliage. You just have to look at my Longchamp collection videos to see what I have in that collection. I have 4 club bags. I have 1 green collection. I have multiple Le Pliage collection pieces, like collection. It's called Le Pliage collection. I have multiple of those. I have the original, the Le Pliage original travel bags. I love the Le Pliage. I am such a fan of the nylon range from Longchamp. I think it is wonderful. I didn't buy a Neo before they were discontinued. I didn't buy them from boutiques. I waited and saw this at the Bicester outlet going on 6 months ago for a fantastic price. It was £57 and I went, there we go. I've been looking for a blue bag. I'll go for it. I then brought it home, used it a handful of times, but just never really gravitated towards it, never really picked it up. If I was going for a blue top handle, I tended to use my Mulberry Bayswater in the Trippy Tiger, another fabulous bag. But this one sat somewhat dormant, And I said, no, I'm going to use it this time. And I thought about which Le Pliage. I decided a Le Pliage was going to be the right bag to travel with. I just thought that if I used my green collection in the colour Snow, that was going to get dirty. The green, yellow and pink weren't necessarily versatile enough, and I actually didn't want something that was so bright. And I didn't want to use my custom because I was worried about something happening to it. The others that I have would have been too big, and I didn't want to use the leather Le Pliage Koya because it's a light coloured bag, it would be being put up in the overhead locker, all of that stuff, and I was worried again something could happen to it. And I got that for a really good deal. I paid £147 for that bag. I wouldn't be able to replace it for that same money, so I am trying to be careful with that one. So this felt like the most logical choice. It's lightweight, but it's still really practical. Honestly, I love it. I can't believe I don't use this so much. I felt really chic with this. I felt really pulled together. I felt that I wasn't going to have necessarily a particularly bright wardrobe whilst I was away. I wanted everything to be workable with my Karl Lagerfeld puffer jacket, and this was the perfect complement to that puffer jacket. Oh, I loved it. I absolutely loved it because this colour is stunning. It's like this blue-grey. I kept this scarf on it, which I adore. I just think that adds a little bit of fun and personality, but it's so chic. It is so practical. It is, you know, mainly a big open space. I've got an organizer in mind, but it has two really significant pockets, one here and then one here. This one's obviously much larger than this one, but they're still pretty substantial. It's just a big open space. And then you've got organizers. This is from Amazon. I've said many a time, I get all of mine from Amazon. This is a Ropch, so R-O-P-C-H. That's where I tend to buy them. They're just on Amazon, and I loved it. It's so chic, the silver hardware, not crazy branding. I can't believe that, firstly, it took me so long to buy a Neo. I now can't believe they've discontinued them, now that I've owned one. And I'm saying that as someone who didn't buy one when they were available. So I'm part of the problem, because if you don't buy the product, they're not going to continue selling the product. I didn't buy it until after it was discontinued, and now I'm kicking myself. But also, I bought it and then didn't use it for months. Like, I probably used this 3 or 4 times in the whole time I've owned it, and I've owned it for 6 months, and I've used it a handful of times. Then I've used it consecutively, days on the trot, and I've adored it. Now, what I need to make sure is that I don't put it back on the shelf and ignore it again. I felt really good carrying this bag. I felt chic, pulled together. I felt really comfortable with this bag. I felt it suited so many of my outfits. It photographs well. It just felt like an ideal bag. It was a fantastic travel bag. You know I like traveling with Le Pliages anyway. I always travel with Le Pliages. When I went to France, I took all 4 of my Le Pliages that I had at the time because I wanted to rotate them with the outfits. They are fantastic travel bags. This is beautiful. The silky nylon, the colour of this is just divine. That's what I think also really makes it for me. The Neo has this silkier nylon. It's in this beautiful colour. I adore it. I'm so happy with it. And I can't believe I ignored it for so long. I'm sorry. You deserved better. But we will be a great pair, okay? I've learned the error of my ways. We will be happy together. We will. That's what's difficult with this, is now I'm like, I've now fallen in love with this bag, but I don't want anything else to now not be used. I mean, my bag of the day today was my Aspelin of London tote in the Chac Hill Blue. That as a work bag will always do well, but this for a day bag, it's fabulous. I love it. Saying that, will I use it when I go to Bicester? Probably not. Will I use it when I go to London next week? Probably not. I'll use something else. You know me, probably a mulberry. But I do also need to use No, when I go to London, I'm going to use my custom. Yes, I need to use that. I've used that twice. I mean, it's freaking amazing. And I've used it twice. So I need to use that more as well. I need to use my Le Pliages more in general. I said this very recently. I need to use them more in general. This, though, is so good. And if you can get your hands on one at an outlet, or if you have a department store that's still selling stock of these, buy one. Buy one. I recommend this colour because I think this colour is simply divine. But they did a burgundy. I think they did a black. I think they might have done a grey. Whatever you can get your hands on, get your hands on it. This is the medium top handle size. It does come with a shoulder strap. I don't know where it is. I don't use them, but it is divine. I love it. I can't believe it took me so long. For the price, it is amazing. It would have been good when it was full price. £160, I think they were RRP for this particular bag. It's worth it. It was worth it. If the energy line is, and I haven't looked at the energy line, so I can't fully comment. I'll look when I'm in London so I can comment better. But if the energy line is a continuation of this, minus the detachable strap, why they didn't make it detachable, I don't know. Obviously, a bit more athleisure. Anyway, if it's anything like this, minus the detachable strap, it's still going to be a phenomenal bag. This is a beauty. I love it. Chic, sophisticated. You know, I think the Longchamp Le Pliage bags can do it all. And I think the Neo is really up there. I love it. So there we have it, everyone. Was that the most comprehensive review? Maybe not. Did I go off on a tangent or two? Maybe I did. But hopefully what I've been able to convey is that I feel very passionately about this bag. I feel very passionately about Longchamp as a brand. I feel very passionate about the Le Pliages. If you can't get your hands on a Neo, get your hands on a Club, get your hands on a custom. If you don't like some of the colours that have been released or the variations, get your hands on a Longchamp Le Pliage in the variation that suits you, because believe you me, you will not be disappointed. I wholeheartedly recommend the medium top handle, but of course, buy the one that's right for you. Let me know what you think, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Take care, everyone. Bye now.